Welcome to a new video everyone. Today I'm at Leiden Marathon. Still injured of course, so just taking a look at the start of the half marathon. It's 10:30 now, the half marathon will start in half an hour. It's still very quiet at the area. Some runners are tying their shoelaces, pinning their race numbers to their chest. This girl is getting some help, very relatable to me. I never managed to pin my race number straight in one try. It usually takes me 3 or 4 tries, but that's another story. Some pacers are already grouping together. I'd love to be a pacer in the future. It seems really fun to be part of an event and not have all the nerves and suffering that comes with racing for a PB. The temperature is lovely for a race. It's about 13 degrees Celsius, so runners can comfortably wait in their shorts and their t-shirts in their starting block. This race is usually held in May, and for some reason it's always hot on the day of Leiden Marathon. So today runners can enjoy exceptional conditions for this race for once. Here I'm passing Leiden's beautiful 16th century town hall. In 1929 the entire building was destroyed in a fire and reconstructed. I lived in the city for 5 years and I studied history, so I can't resist mentioning that. The atmosphere is relaxed here. Some people are jogging to keep warm, others are just chilling and waiting. That's the big advantage of good weather at the day of a race. If it was raining, nobody would be here now and the tents or buildings where the registration is would be bursting at the seams. It's 20 to 25 minutes to the start now. I decide to take one of the side streets where the runners are coming from, and I'm seeing a lot of nervous, focused race faces. This side street is the entrance to the fast starting blocks, so the more serious runners are walking here, mainly men. I'm a bit surprised at the guy with the hydration vest who just passed me. It's only a half marathon in October, but everyone has their preferences, I guess. Some people are stretching, also a familiar sight right before a race. I walk a bit further and then I'm passing runners who are headed towards their starting blocks. Even though I still can't run, I'm enjoying the atmosphere so much. This is the first big running race since COVID in the Netherlands, and the mayor of Leiden played a big role in making it happen. He's been the mayor of Leiden for 18 years, he knows how these things work, and he insisted that Leiden Marathon is a sport happening and not an event. An important distinction, because now it isn't classified as an event, it doesn't have to deal with restrictions that will make it impossible to organize a race. Right after the news was announced that Leiden Marathon would go ahead, the organizers of the marathons of Rotterdam, Amsterdam, etc. immediately contacted Leiden to hear how on earth they managed that, and now all of these races are going ahead as well. Some people are taking their pre-race pictures for the gram, and now everyone is headed towards the start. It's 10 minutes to the start now, and I'm amazed by the number of people still not present at the starting line. And none of them seems to be in a hurry. Now here's the infamous toilet queue. I'm getting vicariously stressed just by looking at them. I would get so uncomfortable if I'd be there 10 minutes to the start. I always make sure to be in my starting block 15 minutes to the start at least, and in bigger races I'm there even earlier. Some final selfies are made and I too head back to the starting area. 90% of the runners is there now. It's only 5 minutes to the start and you can feel it in the air. At this point it's exactly 3 minutes to the start. I decide to film the first runners and then walk all the way back to the last starting block to see if I can spot any differences between the groups of runners. The fastest runners look very concentrated, ready to race. They're trying to keep warm, loosen up their muscles. These are avid runners who trained for this half marathon and most of them will run it in less than 90 minutes. For all of these people, it's their first big race in 1.5 years. Some people are hanging their jackets in the fence, a risky business if you ask me, but who am I? Here some final shoe adjustments are being made. Then we reach the second starting block, where you can see some pacers who are going to be running 1:40, still a very decent time. Some people look a bit nervous while others look very relaxed. I always love how colorful such a parade of runners looks. I'm a bit surprised at the people wearing ponchos in this weather. I saw a couple more and I wonder how they survive races in winter when it's close to 0 degrees Celsius. And that actually brings me to a different point. I'm bummed that I can't run today, because as I said, Leiden Marathon is usually held in hot conditions. And if there's one thing that I'm really bad at, it is running in hot conditions. One time running the half marathon in Leiden, I even collapsed and was brought to a medical team halfway. Today would have been perfect for me to finally run well in what feels like my own city. I live in a village very close to Leiden now. Anyway, enough about me. We're already at the 4th starting block now and people look a bit more relaxed. They're not in their start position like the very first runners. I've never seen what the starting blocks are like this far back, and I like how everyone is just chatting, chilling, typing some last text messages. It looks so peaceful. More than 2,000 runners are participating in this half marathon. In total, 10 to 15,000 people will run in Leiden today, all distances together. Here you can enjoy some typical Dutch architecture. And then we finally reach the final starting block. They are the lucky ones who have a toilet right beside them. I'm always complaining that there are not enough toilets at running races, but now I know I just have to start from the back. And to my surprise, even if it's just 1 minute to the start now, people, women, are still queuing up. So these are the final runners, and in contrast to the first runners, here you can see lots of family members and friends at the side of the road talking to their runners, ready to take their jacket right before the start. At this point, it's only 30 seconds to the start, and runners are still arriving at the starting area. And the weirdest thing is that they don't look stressed at all. And then the race starts. For these people, it will take them 2 or 3 minutes to reach the actual starting line, but they're off. I really enjoyed checking the starting area out and feeling the atmosphere of a city race again, even though it's just the start and the finish is always much more exciting. But the starting area of a race always has this anticipation in the air that I haven't felt in a long time. I hope that in early 2022 I too can race again.